Hello everyone, I'm back today with an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page, and this is something new. I'm starting a whole new project. I'm going to do my wedding album. I'm going to scrapbook hopefully two. I'm trying to keep it condensed. I have over 700 photos, so I'm hoping to not have to feel the need to scrapbook every single one, but I'm starting out with this one photo today. So this is a photo of me in my wedding dress in the garden. So we had an outdoor ceremony, and my photographer Simone got this amazing photo of me looking down at my flowers, and just the way the sun was hitting behind me, she caught a gorgeous shot. So out of the few photos that I've printed so far, this is one of my favourite ones. So I want to start with this. Start off with a bang, start off with my favourite. And I'm going to use, I think, not one collection but one designer. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll use this Maggie Holmes inspired crepe paper looking design. So I think there's Bloom is the one I'm using at the minute, but there's Carousel and what are the other ones? Anyway, there's a few that are all by the same brand and company, and they all work well together and mesh well together. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this Bloom paper. I've already picked out these three pieces that I think work well with the photo and the colours in the photo. And it doesn't take away from the photo itself, which is what I liked the most about these papers. So to start off with, I'm only using this 6x6 paper pad. I have already started to use it, so I will have to buy more supplies, but that's fine. That's no dramas at all. Any excuse to buy more scrapbooking supplies. So I decided to keep the pages simple, or this page simple, but the three pieces are 6x6 cardstock. Keep them simple on the page. So I've torn at the edge, and I wanted to have a matte backing on the photo, and then have that propped up. So I'm using some craft foam. I actually got that from a few scrapbookers here online, and it took me forever and ever to find it, but I found it in my $2 shop, which was great because it cost me next to nothing, and I don't care if I use massive chunks like this. Foam tape I tend to use way too much, otherwise if I'm doing a big layout like this. So I'm propping up the first layer with the floral, and then I'm just putting that on the back of the wood grain one. And you'll see me just trimming off the very edges, and it's because these pages were tear apart from the top of the paper pack, the pad. So I'm just trimming off that tear apart perforated top edge just to make it look smooth. And so at the minute I've decided what I'm doing with this. So it'll be a bit of a series. I'll hopefully remember to film all of their wedding photos and in my wedding album, and I've decided what albums I want to get. I've just got to get them. So when they're here, I will then show you how they're slotting in and looking back to back and flipping through the album, and I'll do a little bit of a flip through as well. So that'll show you an idea of what I want to do. I want to have a combination of pocket pages as well as full layouts, like full scrapbook layouts. My hesitation was there, I was trying to find the right words. So essentially it's going to be like a project life album, how I've been doing my project life albums, which will be really good. And it was as simple as that. I just picked three pieces of paper and I sat them on underneath, said yep, and then I stuck them down. So I've committed to that placement on the page there. And these strips are excess pieces I've kept from other projects, because I know I'll usually use them again. But in the end I ended up using the piece that I first tore from one of the other pieces. And I'll fiddle around a bit here, but I don't use this. I do use a chipboard from this chipboard 12x12 sheet that you'll see me picking up pieces to see if it goes. That isn't from the Bloom collection. It is from one of the Crepe Paper other collections. I do not know what one it is from, sorry. I have written it down somewhere, but it's not close or handy at the minute. And this is the piece that I do use. I use this where it says Happy Story. But at the minute I don't commit to it and I don't put it straight down. I actually feel once I start putting things and decorating that the bottom half or third of the sheet just looks a bit empty, because once I put on this sticker I get a bit of an idea that I want that to be the title, which I'll explain further as you see it. I really like all these cameras and books and quotes from this, and I'll probably use it for somewhere else, or some other layouts. So this sticker sheet here is from my reject shop, which is my $2 or junky type shop. And in Australia there's not many places for scrapbooking stuff, but the reject shop has just started supplying some amazing scrapbooking things and everyone really loves it. And I hope that they just keep doing it and they don't just stop because it's, you know, a novelty or a short time thing that they want to do. So this sticker, I want to do the same. I want to bump it up and give it some dimension and height. So I had to put some of the little foam on the back, which is the red bit there. And you get to see me pull off the backing of the double-sided tape. My double-sided tape I've bought from Kmart. It's not anything fancy. It works and it does hold. I haven't had any dramas with it so far. And I'm just sticking that underneath that wreath there, and it says she leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes, which I thought was beautiful and matched the photo that I'm scrapbooking here, which is me with the sunshine sort of sparkling in the background, sparkling over me, giving me a bit of a halo light. And the only other stickers I used from this sticker sheet, is that one there, and I cannot read it from here. That's alright. And I also used some gold stars, which I'm about to go now. So it does look very plain at the minute, but I'm about to embellish it a bit further. I've used all my stickers, I've used the chipboard pieces I wanted to, and now I've got just a little packet of embellishments that are always close by on my craft table. I'm not actually crafting on my table, but you can see here there's a little plastic bag. And I've pulled out some cork butterflies. And I'm tossing up whether I want to add this pink doily. I really liked it once I saw it and I thought it would match the paper with the floral print on it. But I'd already stuck down my layers. So that was fine. I'm just going to save it for another layout with these matching papers because I think they match really well. And I'm going back through my paper pad to see if there was a pull apart sheet or a cut apart sheet for embellishments. And there was, but I've already used it on something else. I do remember that there was like little squares. And so I've come back to this big chipboard piece, which I thought I wanted to put on here. And it's a book that's open and the pages have turned up into a love heart. And it says Happy Heart. And I'm a big reader. I love reading, constantly reading books. And so I loved that because it's a picture of myself. And then it also says Happy Heart. And this is a day that is all about me and my wedding. So of course I'm happy and I'm loving the day and I'm loving everything about my wedding as well. And I've popped down some translucent, they're pink but they're still see-through, semi-see-through, and you can see my head there, excuse that, sequins. So the sequins I've just popped in where every butterfly is and above the book. And I've also put some pearl sticky, not enamel dots, but they're like that. They're just pearl dots, sticky dots. And then because I thought that the whole layout was pretty, but there was too much white space, I had the thought to do a doodly border around the edge, but I didn't want a straight line. So I've done a broken line border all the way along. And I've just used a fine tip pen. This pen is my favourite pen at the minute. It's my rabbit pen. I got it off eBay. It was like $1.50 or something silly like that. It was so cheap for 2 pens, and it was, I think, 0.3 mil. So it was a very thin nibbed gel pen, and it works beautifully for stuff like this and layouts. So I've just finished off that border all the way around, and I think, yeah, that's what I want to do. It sort of brings you back into the photo itself. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Give my video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Bye.